It was the light. The red light scared them. Red light, yeah.
The light, because it was red? Jay questioned. Jay went to the movies, left with a key linked to a red light panic and a rumor about doorways to other worlds. The cops are watching. The agents are circling, and 2 masked men want their property returned. Redmosh is in the Galleria Mall. Send back some files. I'll catch up with him. Eventually. Subscribe, follow, share, comment if you dare, and listen to the next file.
1, 2, 3, part 2. I'll start at the end because that's where it finally made sense. She was sitting across from Jay, still wired, still shaking a little, trying to laugh it off like people do when they know they're not okay yet. He told her, quiet, like he didn't want the walls to hear. Those weren't regular cops. They weren't mall security either. They looked like agents. She didn't hesitate. Sounds like the same guys, she said, dickheads. Then she paused, looked down, added almost apologetically, I was freaking out because this is embarrassing. Jay asked what she meant. She shrugged. Have you heard our lyrics? Have you heard me sing? A nervous laugh. I don't exactly blend in. That should have been the end of it. That kind of joke usually is. But she said something else. Something that didn't fit. It's weird, she said. Earlier that day, I almost stole a movie. Jay thought she was kidding. He wasn't smiling. From the mall, she added. I know I never do shit like that. It was like I was being pushed, like I wasn't even there. For part of it. She stopped, thought about it. I barely remember walking into the store. Jay asked which one. She answered without thinking. Square Coast. That got his attention. Did you take it? She shook her head. No, but I almost did. A beat passed. Then Jay asked the wrong question. What movie was it? She didn't answer right away. And that's when the tape starts to rewind.
For the record, if you're looking for Bunnyman, this is where I stopped looking. I came down to the mall expecting to find him. That was the excuse anyway. Same as always. I figured if he finally showed his face, it would be here. Midtown, Galleria. Same halls, same echoes, same dead air that never quite goes silent. He didn't show. Instead, something else did. And this isn't a song anymore. I'm saying that up front because it matters. What happened here crossed a line. Whatever line keeps things contained to tape or lyrics or stories you can walk away from, that line's gone. This one's spilled.
1, 2, 3, part 3. She worked at the mall. She worked at the mall. That part's important, even if it doesn't seem like it. You see, you learn things when you work at a place like that. Which doors cut through where, which department stores let you move unseen if you know the aisles, how to shave minutes off a walk when you're late, or don't want to be followed. She was at the arcade when she noticed them. 2 guys, black jackets, too clean for mall rats, too stiff for security, standing where no one stands unless they're waiting, and they weren't doing anything, which is how she knew. She left early, cut through a department store, used a side exit employees use when they don't want to be stopped. She thought she lost them. She turned a corner and said, half joking, half daring, "What's up, guys? You cops or what?" Nobody was there. That's when she went for her car. The lot was almost empty. Closing time energy. Everything stretched and echoing. That's when they reappeared. She didn't scream, didn't freeze, She floored it. Jumped the curb, hit a side road she shouldn't have been on, chased them instead of the other way around. That's the part people don't believe when she tells the story, and that's fine. The mall backs up to Wicklow land, always has. You cross that land without realizing it. Next thing you know, you're on the mountain. They ran into the trees. She didn't follow. She went home, shaking, embarrassed, already rehearsing how she'd explain being late for band practice. One, two, three, part 4. While that was happening, something else was moving. Randy had the trail camera. Officially, it was broken. Unofficially, it had already seen something that it shouldn't have. The sheriff knew. Nolan knew. They sat in a back room and pretended this was about paperwork. Cameras logged. Evidence reviewed. 1 unit missing. Randy was fixing it. That was good enough for the report. It wasn't good enough for the tape. Because when Walter ran the footage through a filter, not enhancement, not correction, just inversion, things appeared. 2 figures, running. And then something else. A door. Red lit. Standing where no structure existed. They stopped in front of it. The figures patted themselves down. No key. They scattered. Jay realized at this moment that he had the key they were looking for. One, two, three, part 5. That's when Randy left. That's important, because when she finally pulled into the driveway, rattled and late, Randy was already halfway out. She told him what happened in a rush. Agents, masks, running. He barely reacted. Said he had to bring the camera back ASAP. She said, almost as an afterthought, "By the way, the new demo's good." Randy stopped. "Give me that." She handed him the tape. That's when the agents lost interest, because when she finally walked inside expecting to see Jay and Walter, they weren't there. 2 men in masks were, standing in the room like they'd always been there. No explanation, no transition, just presence. And then nothing. Gone. They stepped through something she couldn't see. One, two, three, part 6. That's where this stops being a story about just a mall. That's where it stops being a song. Because whatever pulled at her in Square Coast, whatever made her reach for something that wasn't hers, whatever put those men where they didn't belong, it wasn't improvising. It was following a structure, an entrance. And if you're wondering why I'm recording this now instead of earlier, it's because this place doesn't respond the way that it used to. Not to symbols, not to routines, not even to bait. I've tried. I left a trail, set a trap. Nothing followed. Nothing caught. Just this. A door that opens when it wants to. And a story that won't stay put. Not even for a dangling carrot. That's when they reappeared. She didn't scream, didn't freeze. She floored it, jumped the curb, hit a side road she couldn't have seen or even been on, chased them instead of the other way around. That was your papa. Jumped the other way around. That was your papa. Jumped the curb, hit a around. That was your papa. Jumped the curb, hit a